Hi, very good morning to all. I hope all are good. My name is Bhavna and our subject is BOM. BOM means Business Organization and Management. This is for BCom first years in first semester for both general and computer students. I hope you understand all these lectures. If you have any doubt, any topic up to now, please let me know. I definitely repeat it. And in this previous lecture, we discussed what is the prospectus and what are the contents required for issuing the prospectus and what are the documents required for issuing of the prospectus. Is there any declaration required for issuing the prospectus or not? All these topics we discussed in this previous lecture. Today we are discussing what is the shelf prospectus, what is the red herring prospectus and statement in lieu of prospectus. Up to now we completed our second unit. Let's see here. What is a self prospectus? I want to give a brief introduction part according to the self prospectus. What is the difference between the prospectus and self prospectus? We know that prospectus means it is a type of advertisement or we are providing our information to the public for purchasing our shares. For that information we can give through advertisement or through booklet or through like circular or notice in any form. We are showing our company's position to the public while purchasing our shares. We can say it is a prospectus. While issuing the prospectus, we have to while issuing the shares, we have to issue the prospectus to the public. In this prospectus, we have to mention each and every detail about the company, like company's capital structure and which type of business we are doing, who are the directors of the company, what is his salary, how can we pay the remuneration to the promoters. All these things we have to mention in prospectus. What is the shelf prospectus? What is the difference between the prospectus and shelf prospectus means? Shelf prospectus is issued while we have to mention it is a shelf prospectus means suppose there is a company A. Company A want to issue the shares to the public at the month of Jan. They want to issue the shares to the public at the month of June. So the company issue the shelf prospectus. Again, the company want to issue the shares to public in June month. Already the company issue the shares to the January. Again, the same company A want to issue the shares to public June. At that time, the company may not be issued the complete prospectus, again the complete information about the public. It will take a lot of time and it will also consume money also. Why? We have to issue the shares to the public, we have to issue the prospectus. In this prospectus, we have to mention each and everything. You know that while issuing a prospectus, we have to mention a 5 years balance sheet. Before the date, we have to mention 5 years balance sheet about our profit and loss account, about our company's position, assets and liability statement and auditor's report. All these things we have to mention to the public. So it comes at a booklet, means we have to issue 5 years balance sheet, means definitely it will take 30 to 40 pages. It consumes time and also it take more money. For that purpose, the company want to issue shelf prospectus. What is shelf prospectus means? While issuing the prospectus, the company mentioned a shelf prospectus means while again the company want to issue any prospectus, the company need not to be issued the again complete prospectus. If there is any changes from first issue to second issue, then the company mention only the changes. We can say it is an information memorandum. We have to give the previous prospectus and along with we have to file a information memorandum. In this information memorandum, we contain just the changing details like the capital structure is changed. What the capital structure is changed, we have to mention that point only. And we want to increase any shares, so we have to mention the shares value. That's it. In this information memorandum, just we have to mention these changes. For issuing the shelf prospectus, the company can save the money and time also. So this is the use for shelf prospectus and prospectus. I hope you understand. Again I am repeating. Prospectus, we know that it is a complete information about the company. While issuing the shares to the public want to know about the company details, so we have to issue the prospectus. But according to the prospectus, we issue the shelf prospectus. If any company want to second issue of shares, then the company need not be issued the complete prospectus. For issuing the shelf prospectus, the company may not be issued may not be issue the complete prospectus for the second issue. They at the time they only issue the information memorandum. We can say it is an information memorandum. In this information memorandum, we mention if there is any changes in the company against the previous issue, that only we have to mention. Along with previous in shell prospectus, we can add at this information memorandum is enough. We are unable to issue complete prospectus, so it will save our time and save the money. It will very helpful to the company. Those companies we have to second issue in a particular period, but it is valid only up to the one period. Within one year, maybe some companies may second 2 times issue or 3 times issue. Then at the time the shell prospectus is very helpful. I hope you can understand this concept. Let's see here. What is the meaning of shell prospectus? Shell prospectus means a prospectus in respect which the securities or class of securities included therein issued for subscription. Means securities which we are offering to the public are class of securities. Means not one security, there are 2 or more, like preference shares, equity shares, debentures, or we are whatever the securities we are the government securities to the public. In one or more issue over a certain period of time without the issue of further prospectus. Meaning of shell prospectus is nothing but we are issuing the shell prospectus to the we are issuing the securities to the public one or more time within a specified period of time, then need not to issue the prospectus again in the second time. So the meaning of the shell prospectus is very helpful. While issuing the prospectus, we have to mention just shell prospectus. With this shell prospectus, we unable to issue at the second time of complete prospectus details. Just we have to give the previous prospectus along with information memorandum. Let's see here. Shell prospectus means a prospectus in respect of which the securities or class of securities included therein are issued for subscription in one or more issue. We are issuing one or more issue. The company want to issue one time, then need not to go for shell prospectus. But the company want to issue for more than one time, then the company shall go for the shell prospectus over a certain period of time without the issue of further prospectus. At the second time, the company need not be issued for the prospectus again. Just we have to add the information memorandum. In this information memorandum, we have to mention just the changes about the company. Next, there is a validity period of the shell prospectus. The validity of shell prospectus. The shell prospectus shall be valid for a period of 1 year. Up to 1 year, any company want to issue for 2 times securities to the public, then such type of company shall go for the shell prospectus from the date of opening of first issue of securities, where it which counted for 1 year from the date of issue of first, while we are issuing first securities to the public from the date to 1 year. Suppose 1st January they are issuing the securities to the public, up to the 1st Jan we have to issue, the company may issue any times. The company need not be issued the prospectus, just the company want to give the information memorandum. The validity period of shell prospectus is for 1 year. A company filing a shell prospectus with the register, company must have to file a shell prospectus with the register, shall not be required to file a prospectus afresh within the validity period of such shell prospectus. Like while we are issuing any shares to the public, the company must have to go file with the register. But while issuing the shell prospectus, the company want to reissue the shares in the second time. The company may go to the register filing this prospectus. They just want to intimate that. Let's see here. A company filing a shell prospectus with the register shall not be required to file a prospectus. There is no requirement for filing again prospectus for the second issue. A fresh issue within the validity period of such prospectus. Example already we take, while in 1st January we are issuing shares to the public. Next in the June we want to issue the shares to the public. For every issue, normally we issue the prospectus, we go to the register and file a form. But in case of the shell prospectus, up to the validity period we are unable to file a form with the registrar. A company filing a shell prospectus with the register shall not be required to file the prospectus afresh within the validity period of shell prospectus. I will explain in this Telugu in this point. Shell prospectus ki normal prospectus difference enti ante, ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ అనేది మనం ఎప్పుడు కంపెనీ షేర్స్ ఇష్యూ చేసినా అది ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ అనేది పబ్లిక్కి ఇవ్వాలి. బట్ మనం ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ప్లేస్లో షెల్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఇష్యూ చేస్తే కంపెనీ ఒకసారి కాకుండా 2 times in the year the company want to issue two times to the public. 2 times ఇష్యూ చేసినప్పుడు మనం మళ్ళీ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ అంటే కంపెనీ యొక్క కంప్లీట్ డీటెయిల్స్ పబ్లిక్కి ఇవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓన్లీ ఏదైతే చేంజెస్ వచ్చాయో ఆ చేంజెస్ మాత్రమే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మెమరాండం అనే నేమ్తో మనం ఇష్యూ చేయొచ్చు. అప్పుడు మనకి టైం సేవ్ అవుతుంది, మనీ కూడా సేవ్ అవుతుంది. ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ దాని యొక్క వ్యాలిడిటీ పీరియడ్ వచ్చి 1 year. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ కంపెనీ ఎవ్రీ టైం మనం షేర్స్ పబ్లిక్ ఇష్యూ చేసినప్పుడు మనం రిజిస్ట్రార్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ఒక ఫామ్ ఫిల్ చేయాలి. బట్ మనం షెల్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఇష్యూ చేసినప్పుడు మనం సెకండ్ టైం పబ్లిక్కి షేర్స్ ఇష్యూ చేసినప్పుడు కంపెనీ రిజిస్ట్రార్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ఫామ్ ఫిల్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. అప్ టు 1 year 1 year వరకు షెల్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ వ్యాలిడ్ ఉంటుంది. ఎవ్రీ టైం మనం రిజిస్ట్రార్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి ఫామ్ ఫిల్అప్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. I hope you understand. While I am saying in Telugu means it is a very important concept in Companies Act. So we have to understand in a better way. That's why I am explaining in Telugu. Next, how to applicability of shell prospectus. The provisions of shell prospectus shall apply to any class. షెల్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు అప్లై. షెల్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ మనం ఏ క్లాస్ అని అప్లై చేయొచ్చు ఆర్ క్లాసెస్ ఆఫ్ కంపెనీస్ యాజ్ ద సెబీ మే ప్రొవైడ్ బై రెగ్యులేషన్స్ ఇన్ దిస్ బిహాఫ్. బట్ ద రూల్స్ అండ్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ must be followed through SEBI. While issuing the shell prospectus, we have to follow the regulations of SEBI. SEBI means, you know that full form, Securities Exchange Board of India. In this SEBI, the rules and regulations are mentioned for issuing of shell prospectus. By following these rules and restrictions only, we have to issue the shell prospectus to any class, means like to public, any financial institutions. We have to issue shares to financial institutions or any nationalized banks. Everything we have to issue the shell prospectus. Next, how to file with the shell prospectus. Any class or classes of the company, any class or classes of the company as the SEBI may provide by regulations in this behalf. Any classes have the same rules and regulations may file a shell prospectus with the registrar at the stage of first offer of securities. At the stage of while we are issuing a first offer only, we have to file the shell prospectus specified in shell must we have to specify while issuing the prospectus, we have to mention shelf. A company filing a shell prospectus shall be required to file a information memorandum. At the time only we have to file information memorandum also, because if there is any changes in the second issue, we have to give information memorandum to the public with the registrar. With the registrar itself, we have to file a information memorandum prior to making a second or subsequent offer of securities. In what time the information memorandum is required? At the time of second issue of shares, we have to give to the public, that is information memorandum, if there is any changes in the prior prospectus. So we need not to issue complete prospectus. At that time we have to give the shell prospectus. Let's see here. A prospectus containing major information regarding the issue of the company. This prospectus contain the major information, complete information regarding the content, but without the price structure. But in the prospectus should not mention our price structure. It is called information memorandum. Why we have not mentioned the price structure? Information memorandum is if there is only any changes, then only we have to mention. We are unable to mention complete price structure, because already the prospectus there is a price structure, but in information memorandum is there any changes only we have to mention. Next, an information memorandum shall be issued to the public along with the shell prospectus filled at the stage of first offer of securities. While we are issuing at the second time, we have to issue the previous at that first we are issued the prospectus in Jan. Along with that prospectus, we have to issue the information memorandum. These both are issued at the time of second issue of shares. And any updated memorandum shall be filled every time of offer of securities is made. The updated information memorandum together with the shell prospectus shall constitute the prospectus. Complete prospectus means first we have to issue the past prospectus, then we have to updated information as mentioned in information memorandum. For these both we can say it is a complete prospectus. Any updated information memorandum shall be filled every time an offer of securities is made. The updated information memorandum together with the shell prospectus shall continue this prospectus here. The information memorandum shall contain all material. The information memorandum shall contain all material facts relating to the new charges created, if there is any new charges, means there is any new director appointed, or that are changes in financial position, is there any changes in the financial position, like these type of information are mentioned in this information memorandum. I hope you understand what is the shell prospectus, how can apply any class of the companies, those who follow the SEBI rules and regulations, they have to apply for the shell prospectus. The filing of shell prospectus, along with the shell prospectus, we need to file the information memorandum. In this information memorandum, there is any changes in the company, we have to mention that changes only while issuing in second issue of securities. Then we have to attach the previous prospectus, shell prospectus, through information memorandum. I hope you understand this lecture. I will explain in Telugu also. What is the shell prospectus ante ఏమిటి means, ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ అంటే కంపెనీ యొక్క డీటెయిల్స్ మొత్తం. బట్ షెల్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఎందుకు ఇష్యూ చేస్తామంటే, కంపెనీ ఒక 1 yearలో 2 times షేర్స్ పబ్లిక్ ఇష్యూ చేయాలి అంటే 2 times మనం ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఇష్యూ చేయడం చాలా కష్టం. బికాజ్ అది చాలా 5 years మన కంప్లీట్ బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్ 2 times మనం ఇష్యూ చేయలేం. ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ మనీ అండ్ టైమ్ ఆల్సో. అప్పుడు మనం షెల్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఇష్యూ చేస్తే, ఫస్ట్ టైం మనం ఏమైతే ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఇష్యూ చేస్తామో దాంతో పాటు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మెమరాండం అనే ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ ని ఇష్యూ చేస్తాం సెకండ్ టైం. దాంట్లో కంపెనీలో ఏదైనా చేంజెస్ అయితే, డైరెక్టర్ ఎవరైనా చేంజ్ అయినా, కంపెనీ యొక్క స్ట్రక్చర్ ఏదైనా చేంజ్ అయినా, ఆ డీటెయిల్స్ మాత్రమే మెన్షన్ చేసి ఇంతకుముందు ఇష్యూ చేసిన ప్రాస్పెక్టస్తో ఈ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ అనేది ఇష్యూ చేస్తాం. అప్పుడు మనకి టైం సేవ్ అవుతుంది, మనీ కూడా సేవ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద advantage and use of shell prospectus. Those company who want to issue 2 times of shares in the particular year, that type of company use shell prospectus. I will explain both Telugu and English. If you have any doubt till now, please let me know. I definitely clarify. Some of the students are saying ఏం అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదు, బట్ ఐ డోంట్ నో వాట్ యు ఆర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్. యు ఆర్ ఫాలోయింగ్ ద వీడియోస్ ఆర్ నాట్, I don't know. You follow the videos, then definitely you can understand something. What you are not understand, let me know. I definitely clearly explained it another way. I am saying in each and every video, if you are not unable to understand any particular concept or point, please let me know. I definitely repeat it again. This is the complete about the shell prospectus. It is not in our syllabus, but it is very important. That not means in prospectus meaning there is a shelf. In prospectus definition we studied the shelf prospectus and red herring prospectus, so that's why I explained today. And next our topic is red herring prospectus. I hope up to now you understand what is the shell prospectus, and next we are going and discussing what is red herring prospectus. As per section 31, it is a shell prospectus. I forgot it. Section 31 it is a shell prospectus. According to the section 32, it is a red herring prospectus. This is means the company want to issue any type of prospectus, like a normal prospectus, shell prospectus. We know what is the difference between shell prospectus and normal prospectus. Now we are discussing what is the red herring. Red herring means what? In which type of company want to issue the red herring prospectus? I want to explain brief. Red herring prospectus means those company, they don't want to know about the complete price. Means there is any fluctuations in the market according to our shares and securities. Such a type of company may issue the red. Red means the price may be changes in future. Suppose they in red herring prospectus they don't want to mention the complete share price. In prospectus we are issuing 1000 shares for 100 rupees each. We have to mention like that. But in red herring prospectus only you mention the quantity. We are issuing 1000 shares, but they don't want to mention the complete price. Now they want to call money up to 15 rupees. They don't know, maybe the future their price may be changes. For that situation, the company issues red herring prospectus. Means in red means they do not provide complete information about the price. I hope you understand. Those the company, they don't know about the complete price. There may be fluctuations in this market. That type of company issues red herring prospectus. Red means there is no complete information about the public. I want to explain in Telugu. Red herring prospectus ante entante ఏదైతే కంపెనీ తన ఒక కంప్లీట్ ప్రైస్ స్ట్రక్చర్, ఆ షేర్స్ యొక్క ప్రైస్ ఫ్లక్చువేట్ అంటే చేంజెస్ అవుతా ఉంటుందో మార్కెట్లో, అలాంటి కంపెనీ రెడ్ హీరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఇష్యూ చేస్తుంది. ఆ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ లో ప్రైస్ యొక్క డీటెయిల్స్ అసలు మెన్షన్ చేయరు. జస్ట్ ఎంత వాళ్ళు కాలప్ అంటే ఎంత వాళ్ళు రిసీవ్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారో అంత మనీ మాత్రమే మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు. అప్ టు ద ఫైనల్ కాల్ వరకు కూడా మనకి ప్రైస్ అనేది తెలియదు. దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ వీ కెన్ సే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ రెడ్ హియరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్. లెట్స్ సీ హియర్ మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ రెడ్ హియరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్. The expression of red herring prospectus means a prospectus which do not include the complete particulars of quantum or price of securities included therein. Already I will explain. Red herring means they do not mention the quantum or price of securities. How much price of securities we are issuing, the company does not want to provide. So such type of prospectus, we can say it is a red herring prospectus. Excuse me. The expression red herring prospectus means a prospectus which does not include complete particulars. The company does not want to include complete particulars of quantum or price of securities included therein. So we can say it is a red herring prospectus. Those company, they don't want to know about the complete price of the securities. Such company have issued the red herring prospectus. How to file a red herring prospectus? A company proposing to make an offer of securities may issue a red herring prospectus prior to the issue of prospectus. The company want to issue the red herring prospectus instead of prospectus. A company proposing to make an offer of securities, the company want to issue the securities to the public, may issue a red herring prospectus. The company want to issue a red herring prospectus instead of prospectus. So, a company proposing to issue a red herring prospectus shall file within the register at least 3 days before the opening of subscription list and offer. Suppose the company want to issue the shares at 18th Jan. Before 3 days means 15th Jan, the company want to file with a register for I am issuing the red herring prospectus. So, this is the procedure. While filling the red herring prospectus, the company has to inform before 3 days I am issuing the red herring prospectus to the public. Red herring means they do not mention the complete price structure of the company. I will explain in Telugu also. రెడ్ హీరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఎలా ఫైల్ చేస్తారు అంటే, మనం ఎనీ షేర్స్ పబ్లిక్ ఇష్యూ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ప్రాస్పెక్టస్కి బదులు కంపెనీ రెడ్ హీరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ఇష్యూ చేయొచ్చు. ఆల్రెడీ మనం షెల్ఫ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ చూసాం, అలానే రెడ్ హీరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్. రెడ్ హీరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ అంటే దాంట్లో కంప్లీట్ ప్రైస్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఉండదు. ఇన్ని షేర్స్ మేము ఇష్యూ చేస్తాం కానీ దాని యొక్క ప్రైస్ కంప్లీట్ షేర్స్ యొక్క ప్రైస్ అనేది కంపెనీ మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ చేంజెస్, మార్కెట్లో చేంజెస్ వల్ల అది మెన్షన్ చేయదు. సో అలాంటి కంపెనీ రెడ్ హీరింగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టస్ ని ఇష్యూ చేస్తుంది. అలా ఇష్యూ చేయాలంటే రిజిస్టర్ దగ్గర ఎప్పుడైతే వాళ్ళు సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్స్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నారో పబ్లిక్ కి, దానికన్నా 3 రోజులు ముందు వెళ్ళి రిజిస్టర్ దగ్గర ఫామ్ అనేది ఫిల్ చేయాలి. మేము ఇలాగా రెడ్ హీరింగ్